Well, it doesn't look like it's a very good morning for Microsoft and Xbox. And to be honest with you, it kind of looks like it hasn't been a very good month or so for Microsoft and Xbox, because the biggest news that we've all been following as gamers for the past year or so is none other than the Microsoft Activision acquisition. And it looks like it's really going to get blocked. This morning, news broke that the Activision Microsoft deal has been blocked by the CMA for one of the most insane reasons, in my opinion, and that is cloud gaming. They blocked the entire Activision acquisition because they are concerned about the future of cloud gaming. You can see in this tweet right here that the CMA has said that Microsoft makes Activision Blizzard games exclusive to its cloud platform. It will make it difficult for others to compete. If the CMA is concerned about exclusives, what are they doing about PlayStation and Nintendo and Xbox exclusives? Just ban exclusive. And that's coming from Peter over on Twitter, and this is something that I completely agree about. Exclusivity has basically been what made the consoles ever since we go back to the Nintendo, Sega. We knew we were going to get exclusives on Sega, and we had exclusives over on Nintendo and Super Nintendo platforms, and that really decided what you're going to play, what you're going to buy. Some of us were fortunate enough to be able to have both consoles, and even today, I own my PS5, I own my Xbox Series X, I own my Switch OLED. I play each of them for their own exclusive games. But for the CMA to be concerned about just the fact that it's going to basically be exclusive on cloud platforms, and that's really what's going to prevent the competition, I think that's a very asinine statement for me personally. I don't see any reasons why this Activision deal should not go through. This will not affect the market. Nintendo has not had Call of Duty in the entire Switch lifecycle, and the Nintendo Switch is outselling every main console that's talking about the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X in terms of software sales. Forget about Nintendo and use that as your argument. You're really only protecting one brand at this point. And by no means am I hating on PlayStation, because if I was a businessman and I was Jim Ryan, I would try to block the deal too. You're a businessman. You're trying to stop. You want to stay on top. And to stay on top, you're going to do whatever you have to do. I just think that this is a very, very sad moment in gaming. Sad for Microsoft, sad for gaming in general, because I just feel like there was no absolute reason why this deal should have been blocked by the CMA. And for them to use cloud gaming as the reason to not let this Activision deal go through, I think that's a very, very poor reason. And it's really been hard on Microsoft a lot lately. And if things keep going the way they are for Microsoft, I feel like this is going to be the end of the home console market for them. I really feel like they're going to go the same route that Sega went and become a software only company if they don't manage to turn things around and get a few W's here. Like every time you turn around, it just does not seem like there's good PR coming from Microsoft, whether it's big names from 343 leaving the company, whether it's something like your highly anticipated upcoming release like Redfall dropping in at only 30 frames per second. Now it's the CMA blocking your Activision Blizzard acquisition. It just seems like Microsoft and Xbox cannot get a win, and that makes me very, very sad. Microsoft came out in a response saying, "We are especially disappointed that after a lengthy deliberations, this decision appears to reflect a flawed understanding of this market and the way the relevant cloud technology actually works." And where do they go from here? Obviously, they're going to appeal, but if you have someone blocking something and they don't have an understanding of what this technology is, or a basic understanding of the game industry, it doesn't matter. You're talking to a bunch of people that have zero interest in games. They don't know how games work. They don't understand, by the simple fact the way they split Nintendo away from the gaming market, saying it's not a high-end gaming market. Nintendo is one of the hottest selling game systems out there. Nintendo Switch software just sells gangbusters, but yet they don't want to acknowledge that, because that just shows they are 100% wrong. I'm a massive PlayStation fan. I love their exclusive titles, but even I have to sit there and admit that they've been kind of coasting by on the success of Call of Duty, and they really haven't been building anything to compete in the market. They're just coasting by on basically what essentially is free money to them. And now that the CMA has blocked the Activision acquisition, what's left? Sony doesn't have to try anymore to compete. Sony doesn't have to try hard. They can just continue doing the same business model they have been doing from the PlayStation 4 generation and the PlayStation 5 generation. And Microsoft, I really just don't see staying in this market much longer. It's sad news for me, guys. I really was pulling for Xbox. I wanted to see this competition really kind of take it to the next level where we're getting great games on all platforms. But unfortunately, doesn't look like that's going to happen. We're going to have to wait even longer to see what happens with the appeal. But I think maybe the fight is officially over. But I want to know what you guys think. How do you feel about the Xbox Activision acquisition being blocked by the CMA? Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Smash that like button. Until next time, everyone, I'm Robert Storms, and thank you for watching.